but we found it. This is something called Tulumku Laidu Laidu. No idea what this is. Tulumku Laidu Laidu. So there you go. I hope you enjoy. It's different.
Tara sevdum tara, sevdum sevdum tara, sevdum tara. Saçların sun bellere, 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 saçların sun bellere. Gelme bize güzelim, 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 gelme bize güzelim. Düşmeyelim dillere, 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 düşmeyelim dillere. Tulumculli dullidu, yanakları tüylüdü, sevdalık çekenlerin horoninden bellidir. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pullidu. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pullidu. Baş meşeden yukarı, 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 baş meşeden yukarı. Molayım dur molayım, 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 molayım dur molayım. Herkes çıktı yaylaya, yaylaya, yaylaya. Herkes çıktı yaylaya. Ya ben nasıl durayım, durayım, durayım. Ya ben nasıl durayım? Tulumculli dulli dur, yanakları külli dur. Sevdalık çekenlerin horoninden bellidir. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pulli dur. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pulli dur. Açtın kalbimde açtın, kalbimde, kalbimde. Açtın kalbimde açtın. Oldun sevda çiçeği, çiçeği, çiçeği. Oldun sevda çiçeği. Rüyamda yanıp
Old dude said çiçeği. That's what the old dude said.
Bir de ateş böceği, böceği, böceği. Bir de ateş böceği. Tulumculli dulli dur, yanakları külli dur. Sevdalık çekenlerin horoninden bellidir. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pulli dur. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pulli dur. Yanakları külli dur, sevdalık çekenlerin horoninden bellidir. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pulli dur. Benim sevduğum güzel, oy 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 oy, peştemalli pulli dur.
मैं गुमसुम हूँ इन राहों की तरह, तेरे ख्वाबों में, तेरी ख्वाहिशों में छुपा। ना जाने क्यों है खैरों से का सिलसिला तू रूह की है दास्तां तेरे जुल्फों की ये नमी तेरी आँखों का ये नशा यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं क्या कसूर है मेरा क्यों ये अफसाने इन लम्हों में खो गए हम घायल थे इन लफ्ज़ों में खो गए थे हम अनजाने अब दिल में तुम हो चुके हम हैं शहर की परछाइयाँ तेरे सांसों की रात है तेरे होठों की है सुबह यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं क्या कसूर है मेरा क्या कसूर है मेरा तेरे जुल्फों की ये नमी तेरी आँखों का ये नशा यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं क्या कसूर है मेरा तेरे सांसों की रात है तेरे होठों की है सुबह यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं क्या कसूर है मेरा क्या कसूर है मेरा क्या कसूर है मेरा
मेरी सी परनीत आ जाओ ना तो सही ऐसी मन की क्या सच्ची तुम हो सितारों की परी हुई गलती सॉरी हमने गाया तुम क्यों सुनी किसकी मर्जी जो थी अब तो आए जा हमको ले जाए जा 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 देखो आने जाने वाले सारे साथ खड़े हैं कभी ना कभी मैंने भी तो ऐसे वैसे ख्वाब देखे हैं कि हम दो आस पास सास थमे और रात साथ बात करे क्यों ना रह लो ना अब तो आए जा हमको ले जाए जा अब तो आए जा हमको ले जाए जा अब तो आए जा हमको ले जाए जा अब तो आए जा हमको ले जाए जा
that was different. The one we just heard was Liggy by Ritviz. This is Suek by Rizky Bibi.
Kadangku kesal dengan sikapmu yang selalu bertanya mana perhatianku. Mungkin kau tak pernah merasakan apa yang ku lakukan di setiap pengorbananku. Selalu jadi yang kau mau, menjaga di setiap saat, tapi kau tak melihatnya. Mana ada aku cuek, apalagi kan mikirin kamu. Tiap pagi malamku selalu memikirkan kamu. Bukalah pintu hatimu agar kau tahu isi hatiku. Semua perjuanganku tertuju padamu. Mungkin kau tak pernah merasakan apa yang ku lakukan di setiap pengorbananku. Selalu jadi yang kau mau, menjaga di setiap saat, tapi kau tak melihatnya. Mana ada aku cuek, apalagi pemikiran kamu. Tiap pagi malamku selalu memikirkan kamu. Bukalah pintu hatimu agar kau tahu isi hatiku. Semua perjuanganku tertuju padamu. Mungkin kau tak merasa yang telah ku perlihatkan rasa ingin ku milikimu. Janganlah kau merasa bahwa ku hanya main-main. Dengarkanlah. Mau coba kali ini saja. Padaku selalu hingga kau membahagiakan semua caramu. Hingga kau pun merasa dan takkan ragu tertipu mulai. Bukalah pintu hatimu, izinkanlah ku merayu. Bukalah pintu hatimu, jangan ragu. Bukalah pintu hatimu, izinkanlah ku merayu. Bukalah pintu hatimu, jangan ragu. Bukalah pintu hatimu, apalagi kan kau. Tiap pagi malamku selalu memikirkan kamu. Bukalah pintu hatimu agar kau tahu isi hatiku. Semua perjuanganku tertuju padamu.
Terus melangkah melupakanmu,
Engkau bukanlah segalaku, bukan tempat untuk hentikan langkahku. Usai sudah semua berlalu, biar hujan menghapus jejakmu.
Terus melangkah melupakanmu, lelah hati perhatikan sikapmu. Jalan pikiranmu buatku ragu, tak mungkin ini tetap bertahan. Perlahan mimpi terasa mengganggu, ku coba untuk terus menjauh. Perlahan hatiku terbelenggu, ku coba untuk lanjutkan hidup. Engkau bukanlah segalaku, bukan tempat untuk hentikan langkahku. Usai sudah semua berlalu, biar hujan menghapus jejakmu.
Segalaku, bukan tempat untuk hentikan langkahku. Usai sudah semua berlalu, biar hujan menghapus jejakmu. Engkau bukanlah segalaku, bukan tempat untuk hentikan langkahku. Usai sudah semua berlalu, biar hujan menghapus jejakmu. Lepaskan segalanya, lepaskan segalanya, lepaskan segalanya.
どうかしてるからもっと近くて今の狭間で私は儚い花火のよう昔の夏から前に出してから忘れたくないあなたのきらめき夢が覚めないで私は私はまだ目の前にいるハートの煙のよ
改札口抜け足跡残すこのステップは舵元みたいな二つの山本する今ないような嫌なことお前のことやお前のことどうでもいいんだよ I don't know や我が物顔でへものを I gotta go 4-3-2-1スイスする人格まるでパラサイト二つのペルソナ不健全な自我を地下に押し込めてステレオタイプに沿って歩く線路 I'm never going back あの暗い部屋まるで sunken place Someone rings the bell 曖昧な存在ナポリタン何年前甘み前全部食べたい
어제의 나와 오늘의 나 우리 둘은 너무 달라 너무 달라 내가 어떤 사람인지 어떻게 숨쉬는지毎日変わるし紛らわしい
昨日の森から今日のボレ、明日のボレならまだ不明君にしか見えない今の顔何が書いてあるか聞かしてよその言葉はできるだけごまかさず思ったことだけで伝え合うことができたなら寂しい思いしなくて済むのにな嘘は孤独にごる心何が本当見えなくする高くなる壁まるでバベルこのパラレルワールドで出会ったこと自体実は奇跡君が俺を照らして俺は君を照らして
어제의 나와 오늘의 나 우리 둘은 너무 달라 너무 달라 내가 어떤 사람인지 어떻게 숨쉬는지毎日変わるし紛らわしい
積み毛深くずれてゆく体の境界線崩れるボーダーライン俺を映し出す君を映し出すフェイス一つになる二つの線 Life is a pain I was born for the mic Never been trapped like this もう寝れないとりあえずバックパックを詰めカッパーツの夢大切な俺をはいでそいで前を見つめてが未知なる道の中ば止まる足江戸みたいに運を見つめすぎ動けない体ダイヤ乱れたレモネード甘く酸っぱいそれぐらい君を見分けたい手に余るほどのエモーションこぼれ落ちるスローモーション
眺めては戸惑ってなかったことねなんてできなくて一人の中に入れ替わりたちまでできるべく自分たちに俺になり俺は僕になる僕は立ちでありあなたかもしれない無意識に動いてる筋肉心を体表す姿
たりはしない傷ついたことも忘れない甘い言葉はもう信じないタンタンタンパッタンタンタンパッこんな風に傷ついたのに変わらない気持ちその笑顔を見つめるたび蘇るメロディー
もう限界だいや絶対ないまた引っかいたりとか喧嘩したりでやんないアップンダウン最後はごめんなさい絶望と一緒に起きて夜曲をベッドで抱いて君は咲いて心から言うよ僕が
一人泣いたりはしない傷ついたことも忘れない甘い言葉はもう信じないタンタンタンパッタンタンタンパッ
好きとか会いたいメロディの言葉行き過ぎてた愛が僕の手首と首を絞める真っ黒許すバカと許されてるバカどちらがいいいやどちらも嫌だありがとう忘れるから綺麗な思い出ごとさよならなる幸せよりも深く残る不幸せをただ君の代わりに楽刻む見えないタトゥーって呼ぶこともある You got that love
もうただ泣いてても意味なんてないさ今度こそ僕が変われるように服を閉じても消えない後悔何度繰り返す You and I 体に刻み込んでくさもう君はいない一人泣いたりはしない傷ついたことも忘れない甘い言葉はもう信じないタンタンタンパッタンタンタンパッ一人泣いたりはしない傷ついたことも忘れない甘い言葉はもう信じないタンタンタンパッタンタンタンパッ
Remix. Yeah. C-A-T-I-C-O. That was C-A-T-I. Let us show love. This is remix from my boys. Big shout out to them. Swing it out, y'all.
Wake up, wake up, wake up 朝から家族のため働く友達かっけえなヘラヘラヘラ妬みで他人の足引っ張る奴らはダッセーなデイワンからそれぞれここまで来た平坦ではないが俺らまだまだ上がる上に上に上がる上に上に上がる上に上に吐いた煙みたいに人はめきそうなクラウディ国際方がぶつかるチャイニーズしかとして進んでいく毎日また降臨ミスター超次元リーチユース11つかみにクイッにキラバス送るギガファイル便高校の先輩に間違いないと言わせたい俺に今
Show me your love, yeah. Talking on the phone like it's on the illness. Show me your love, yeah. Just sing a song like it's the only smoke with that. Show me your love, yeah. Talking on the phone like it's on the illness. Show me your love, yeah. Show me your love. My darling, you're chilling night and day.
大した大切なものなどなくて愛する人すら思い浮かばないような彼。例えば周りの女に傷つけられても平然と涙流すこともなく心涙立つキープする目の前はピースとかそんなことやらを一瞬でも望むほど時に近づいた分痛みます心知りながら隣には大切なものしかなくて愛する奴らと浮き沈みながら生き一憂のさ
Get your fucking hands up, let me see your hands up. Hopefully I get mine in Diablo calendar. Going your dress up, chico don't you pick him up. I'm about to say we on the stage, let me hear you say show me your love, yeah.
Talking on the phone like it's on the youngest
Show me your love, yeah.
Just sing a song like it's on the smart with the
Show me your love, yeah.
Talking on the phone like it's on the youngest
Show me your love, yeah. Show me your love. My darling, you're chillin' night day. Love my ducks, love my homies, got my love. Just one smoke, then you're not rough. 近頃の話もしよう先なんてあるようで何もなくてでも意外となるようになるもんで今日もまた二人は待ちぼうけ Yo, shooting this, are we okay? Yeah, maybe.
純白の雪が降る街から音が全て奪われていたこんなに静かだと閉じ込めた言葉も聞こえてしまいそう雑音の中あなたの声だけ心に溶けてゆくまるでミルクをこぼしたようなそんな夜空を見上げて一人つぶやいた消えてほしいような言葉だけだけど心の音だけはこの雪も奪えないクリスマスなんてなければいつも通りの何にも変わらない夜なのに聖なる旋律は雪に溶けて自分のことが響いてる夜を泳ぐように過ごしたあの瞬間もこのスノードームみたいに閉じ込められたら見えない星に願いを込めて音がなくなったように体温で溶ける雪の結晶触れることができないあなたは私の知らない時間の中にいる凍える体力を抜いたら震えが少し収まったでもそれは切な無意識のうちに体がこわばってゆくこんな真っ白な世界の中にいたら自分だけちょっと汚れてるみたい静寂の音がうるさくて今夜はきっと眠れない時を奏でるように寄り添ったきらめきだとしても目を閉じると望んでもないのに思い出してしまうこ この降り積もる雪はやっぱりあなたと見たかったな純白の雪が降るなら積もってね汚くなるだけだからそんなことを思った私はどんな顔してたクリスマスなんてなければいつも通りの何にも変わらない夜なのに聖なる旋律は雪に溶けて自分のことが響いてる夜を泳ぐように過ごしたあの瞬間もこのスノードームみたいに閉じ込められたら見えない星に願いを込めて音がなくなった夜に
Ding dong ding and a ping at the very end there. That was called Silent. That was Sakiai no Owari. And that was some J-pop. You guys have got a lot of J-pop. There's R&B in here. There's something called and these are genres. There's something called karaoke. But never mind. It's coming up. I can't say it. I'm going to have to practice. I thought I had that down earlier, and now it's just gone. And this is Uncle Pete in the Morning. You are listening to 216 The Net, 216thenet.com, real life internet radio. And yes, a couple of you asked, I did move the camera this morning. I wanted a little more room over here, and now you guys just get to watch me staring at this while doing work, while also doing DJing stuff here for Uncle Pete in the Morning. And y'all are like, why are you just kind of not paying attention this morning? And I apologize. But we are getting busier and busier here at the station. I'm actually trying to do some work and stuff and things when I can squeeze it in. There's just not enough minutes and hours in a day, and I sleep little as it is already. And, of course, Ted Legal out there catching us and commenting, and anybody else is welcome to comment there on the YouTube live stream as well. Yeah, I'm glad, Ted, you got a little more sleep today. I'm glad you had a good time celebrating birthdays there, and this is, the music is interesting this morning. There's been a lot of stuff. For a guy who runs a music show, I'm not that into music. I can play a little bit, keyboards and drums, etc. But it just was never a passion. It was always a chore because it was thrust upon me at a very young age when I was told I was going to play a piano that my mother bought and my dad fixed. And then there you go. So, but here, actually, now we do want to have words because I blew way past the bottom of the hour. It's now heading into the end of the hour. It's 7:45 here. We do want to have some wonderful, amazing words from wonderful, amazing people that allow us to do what we do because you work with them.
Welcome to Gold Shield Services, your Algonquin and Northern Illinois heating, AC, and electrical company. Family owned and operated, built on trust and integrity. Your search for a reliable heating, AC, and electrical company in Algonquin and Northern Illinois is over. Call Gold Shield Services at 847-865-HVAC. 847-865-HVAC, and let us wow you with our service. goldshieldtoday.com.
That's Gold Shield Today, not tomorrow, but today.com. Boom.
Bremer Team Keller Williams North Shore West, serving northeastern Illinois in McHenry, Lake, and Cook counties, and southeastern Wisconsin. We help by providing our clients award-winning support with our free personal concierge service for all your real estate needs. BremerTeam.com. That's BremerTeam.com. 847-456-6334. Again, 847-456-6334. Bremer Team Keller Williams North Shore West. We bring families home.
They do indeed bring families home. And I tell you a little something that you guys are going to want to hang out for a little bit later today. Open enrollment is here for health insurance and Medicare. Health Markets Insurance, Santos Agency, 815-271-5438. Local licensed experts Tim and Sally Santos can handle your health insurance and Medicare needs. With Tim and Sally, you won't have to choose a cookie-cutter plan. At no additional cost, Tim and Sally will meet with you to customize your plan to fit your exact needs and budget. Health Markets Insurance, Santos Agency. Call 815-271-5438. That's 815-271-5438. Or stop by. They're at 1222 North Green Street, McHenry, Illinois, 60050. Health Markets Insurance, Santos Agency. Licensed in Illinois and Wisconsin. Illinois and Wisconsin, and it is open enrollment period right now at this very moment. You do not want to miss out on this.
Hi, it's Mike with Mike and Fran Unrehearsed on 216 The Net, Wednesdays at noon. We don't get out much, especially with COVID-19. We call 1-800-MD, day or night, for our health questions or concerns. And simple prescriptions, too. For less than $10 a month, text 1-800-MD to 847-903-8061 for more info. That's 847-903-8061. And we'll see you next Wednesday at noon.
You absolutely will. We're looking forward to this week's show. Every Wednesday, 12 noon, Mike and Fran Unrehearsed. Of course, Fran is Mike's mom. She's 93 years old. And you enjoy their conversations. It's really just conversations about life and what's going on that day, what's been around. They also answer and respond to viewer. I'm so used to being in front of a camera and we're radio, to listener questions. They actually are not on camera. They don't stream from our studio. They actually do a pre-recorded show, and then they're on the air every Wednesday at 12 noon. So if you've got questions for them that you'd like them to review and work into their show, maybe give you an answer, send those to 216thenet@gmail.com, or go to 216thenet.com, complete the contact page, and say, here's my question or comment for Mike and Fran Unrehearsed, and we'll get that right over to them. And of course,
hi, it's Dawn Bremer from Your Home with Bremer and Jones. I've subscribed to the 216 The Net YouTube channel, and I invite you to as well. Hang out with us on YouTube for live streaming shows you won't see anywhere else. Please subscribe, ring the bell, like, and share. Then tune in for Your Home with me, the star, and my co-host,
me, Kent,
and join
us.
Shut up, Kent. Fine, whatever. Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central on 216 The Net, real life internet radio.
And absolutely join in today at 6 p.m. is going to be an interesting episode of Your Home with Bremer and Jones. It's going to be interesting because Dawn is actually not going to be in the studio. She is lounging about down in Florida this week. Hope she's having a great time, good times, having fun there in the probably warmer weather, I'm going to guess. I understand that it rains every afternoon in parts of Florida, but that's fine. Hopefully she's having a good time. But on the show, she has given permission to some friends We'll see how good those friends really are. To put her out there, Dawn's looking for a date. They want to help someone win a date with Dawn. So tune in today, 6 p.m. Central. Your home with Bremer and Jones, 216thenet.com, real life internet radio. You can catch that one live streaming on both YouTube and our Facebook page. We're really gonna have it on radio, Facebook, and YouTube this afternoon or this evening, really. And I hope that we can help Dawn, someone who would like to date Dawn. So if that's the case, again, you can send in, and I guess they're looking for your best pickup line this evening. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I produce the show. I don't write it. So I know there's going to be a lot of people on, a lot of her friends talking about Dawn and what someone might be able to expect on a date with Dawn. And who knows? Maybe, you never know. Maybe true love will be found. You never know. You just never know till you try.
Hi, everyone. It's Wendy Lally from How to Succeed in Business During a Pandemic. Don't miss out. I've subscribed to 216 The Net YouTube channel. And you know what? You should too. You'll catch live streaming shows and events that you won't see anywhere else. Please subscribe, ring the bell, like, and share. And be sure to join me and my guest on How to Succeed in Business During a Pandemic every Monday at 11:45 on 216 The Net Real Life Internet Radio. We'd love to see you. Thank you.
All right. We want to see more and more of you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're really going to have quite a lot there that's just not going to be anywhere else. We've had the weird thing is we've had our YouTube channel here at 216 The Net for well over a year. We basically were using it as video footage storage of shows that did have live streaming on other platforms. We never really did much with YouTube. And then people started saying, why are you fighting with Facebook so much? YouTube is built for this. Just do YouTube. And we got into it, started looking around, and we're like, oh, holy cow, this is cool. This works. This is much easier. And geez, YouTube even understands the concept of the fact that we are ASCAP licensed, which means we get to play the cool stuff that you want to hear, that you ask to hear. So if there are things that you want to hear that you've not heard elsewhere, or you just say, hey, Uncle Pete, I like tuning in, I want to hear this, play this. Don't care if it's just the song title, the artist name, or you can even suggest a genre. We are not a genre station, as you can obviously tell by what's been played so far this week, and it's only Tuesday morning. At any rate, we're going to keep it rolling, folks. We've got some more. What is this? This is J-pop. This is someone called Yama, and the song is Mashiro. Here you go. Oh, it's a smooth one.
少し頑張っちゃうような
You're singing about high karate. Remember that, Cologne? Probably not old enough.
夏の蒸し暑い気候が恋しくなりました夢を追いかけてる君は素敵ですあの口づけはおしまいでしょうか真っ白なバラの上で二人寝転んでこのままでいられたら素敵でいいのに過ぎ去ってく時間の中
Hey, Ted, we appreciate you listening anytime and every time you do. Thank you so much. Love all our listeners, all 1.9 million of you. We'll say Ted is a super fan. I'm going to count him among our super fans. Thank you, Ted.
路上に咲いた花雪に埋もれてくその間違いには愛がありますかそれは美しい満月の晩でした自分を離れてく君は素敵です時の移ろ日は有限みたいだ楽しくて笑っていた日々はもう昔そんな日もつかの間にまた春が来る大丈夫さまた会えるそう言っておくれいつか泣かないように君の笑い方をそっと本気で真似てみたけど私には理解できない君が現れただけ真っ白なバラの上で二人寝転んでこのままでいられたら素敵でいいのに過ぎ去ってく時間の中育んだ愛はいつか成就しますように楽しくて笑っていた日々はもう昔そんな日もつかの間にまた春が来る大丈夫さまた会えるそう言っておくれいつか泣かないように思い出だとか が行けば別の何かになってると信じてたけどどこだったの私は私だった月明かり今日も守るこの夢が照らしてるこれからの私の姿の未来もこの夢が輝いている限りI thought I could face and so what I had there was nothing new. I'm falling to the dark so slow. I'm so sure.
That was Naz and her song Bluebell. Next up is Kobukuro. Tomuru Nori. There you go.
Kiyora kana mizu hakobu tame ni yogoreru mizu ga aru to iu Dare no me ni mo utsuranai genjitsu ga jikan wo megutte iru
音もなく降りてきた抗えぬ不条理は開かない傘のような情じゃしのげない光注ぐ願いは悲しみの川底をさらう一人闇に潜って戦う人のその両手にこの手
欲しいものだけ手に入れてなくしたものは忘れない檻を破り逃げ出したライオンが赤を探して
ただ街をさまよえば向けられる銃口曖昧で不毛なエゴイスム話がいい灯る祈りの火よ命にくべた希望を燃やせ生きる意味を叫べひび割れきった時代の影に見てろ愛に勝てるものなどない心がそう言ってる
生きてればいいことばかりじゃ
ない尺の剣道を素足で歩く日々もころりに閉ざされた壁と向き合う日も光注ぐ願いは悲しみの川へとされる一人闇に潜って戦う人のその背中に灯る祈りの火を命にくれた希望を燃やせ生きる意味を叫べ君はできた時代の影にいつか愛になる覚悟の上で共に生きる魂を捧げよう
Ganashi Igoyaname wo. Never were words like that spoken with such passion, I'm guessing, because I don't speak Japanese. And what we have right here, folks, if you're actually on the YouTube live stream, you'll see a new face, a brand new face has popped in at the screen. Let's see if I can. I hate doing this mirrored thing.
I can't do that either. I'm bad at
There
it.
you are. There you are.
Yeah.
So, but this is Bam. Bam, good morning, Bam. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you today? I'm happy to be on.
Absolutely. I am fandamtabulous is what I am this morning.
Good.
Because it's Tuesday. And it was a Tuesday, I think. But it was the first time ever I saw one of your videos that you do up on LinkedIn. And then you were talking about having a fantastic Tuesday because Tuesdays are a great day to be terrific. Was it a terrific Tuesday?
Well, you spend 1/7 of your life on Tuesday. You ought to enjoy them, right?
Yeah, the same as any Monday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or,
I just got to work, and I got to tell you, for me, something I kind of always have thought is I don't have to go to work. I get to go to work. And I think sometimes when we have that right mentality of, I'll tell you, Pete, I think, and I've had a lot of coffee this morning, but I think one of the things we struggle with as Americans is that this is kind of an old Zig Ziglar thing, but when we're at work, we spend too much time thinking about being at home. And when we're at home, we spend too much time thinking about being at work. And so we're not really productive at each. And so I think if we'll unplug from our phone a little bit via Facebook and playing games or whatever, we'll probably be a little more productive on each side, but and there's a time for it, there's no doubt. But like I said, we don't have to go to work today. We get to, and that's pretty powerful when you think about it.
It very much is, and I have said that. I got kind of excited when you said that because it has always bugged me when people go, "Oh, Monday, I gotta go back on Monday," and it's they get those blue Mondays going, and you have people say I have to, and I'm like, well, what about the fact that you get to? Because whether we like it or not, we've got a culture that's been generated wherein we trade our time. By and large, most people trade their time for dollars.
Yeah,
that's how that works. And then you've got other folks who, I can't believe I get to do what I do right now. This is so much. I love doing this. Absolutely. So I always feel like I get to go to work. I get to go to the studio. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are super long days for me. I'm usually here from about 5:30 in the morning until right around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening. Both days. They're long days here.
Wow.
But it's always fun. And I am fortunate in that at this stage in life that all of my kids are done, grown, gone. Well, they're not done. They never finish being.
They're just grown and gone.
Yeah, they're just grown and out of the house. So it's my wife and I, and she has been forever and always phenomenally supportive when it comes to making money. She's like, okay, you're doing what? Go. Go, go, go.
That's
Incredibly supportive. She's never been one of those who has said, "Oh, but you're never home. You're gone all the time. You don't pay attention to me." She's no, 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 no. I want another purse. Go get. You know, go. I
You
have
sure it's not just
shopping.
because you're incredibly handsome and she wants to do whatever to keep you around?
Oh yeah, you're scoring points all morning long here, aren't you? Now,
Right,
but,
right.
yeah.
No
Well,
doubt.
I mean, I've got the perfect face for radio as well as the voice, and people have told me that for years upon years upon years. Man, you should be on radio, and I'm lucky that I get to do this, and
Yeah.
it's just an absolute blast. Tim Lord, good morning. Tim Lord says, "Bam."
Tim
You
and
are
Randy are a couple of
mega
fellow Mega Minder guys that they're in a mastermind group that I'm a part of, and they are awesome. So Tim and Randy are in the house listening. I'm sure a few more are as well. So good morning to you guys. Randy is a great guy too, and I tell you, you talk about positive, uplifting stuff, which is what this is all the 216 the net is all about.
Mhm.
Andy is a guy that talks about, every day you got to get up and collect a win. And when you collect a win, it gets you excited to collect the next win and to collect the next win. And as a seasoned sales professional, he's the CEO of his company. And he's a guy that, doesn't look at people as transactional. He tries to collect relationships. And I think if you can do that in your life, you win every single day. And that's why Randy's a winner. And Tim's the same way. Tim collects relationships and collects friends. And when you do that, and it's amazing how you win. It's just amazing how you win.
It absolutely is, and I love hearing you say that too, because outside of having absolute fun for a job, I'm actually one of the owners here. I'm the COO of the company that owns 216 the net. Our company is actually DDOE Enterprises Inc. And the DDOE stands for Daily Dose of Encouragement.
Yep.
But I love that you said that he values people, that he collects relationships. He does not see people as transactional, because for 30 years I've been in HR.
Yep.
I have been everything from the beginning all the way up to CHRO level, and I've owned staffing companies, temporary agencies in the past, and still work with a few, and still do HR consulting, because again, I've got that wife that says, "Hey, go, go, go." We still have a daughter. Our youngest she's in her last year of undergrad college, and then she goes on to grad school, where she'll be for about another 5 to 6 years. But so and of course, she does love, my wife does love to shop, and that's her thing, and that's cool, that's fine, that's dandy. But when people collect relationships, and hey, there we've got Kellen Fisher says, "Bam."
Yeah, Kellen, another one of my mastermind friends. Kellen is amazing. What I love about Kellen, and I know this show is about being positive and uplifting. I'm surrounded by a bunch of people like that. Kellen, the two favorite traits that I see in Kellen every day. Kellen has the heart of a servant, and she has the mind of a cheerleader. And so she just cheers you on as she's rooting for your victories, and she gives and gives and gives, and it's absolutely incredible. Her business cards that wow is amazing, and there's no doubt it's going to be crazy successful just because of the way she's wired. It's just I'm so lucky to be surrounded by some amazing people, and she's one of them.
See, that's awesome. I love being surrounded by amazing people. And I will tell you this, though. I'll share that I loved your enthusiasm on your video. I loved that you were talking about being positive and making Tuesday a fantastic day, because why not?
Yeah.
Because, and here's the big because, having been in HR for 30 years, I used to love people as a whole. Now I love and enjoy people as individuals.
Yeah.
HR has jaded me, because one of the things
has jaded a lot of people, Pete. It's okay.
well, no, one of the things I get called in to do still to this day, and for very large corporations, because people absolutely hate confrontation.
Yeah.
I get called in to do terminations, and it's not fun. But we make sure that it gets done properly, compliantly, and all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted. And so it's, again, by and large, when I get called for the consulting that I do in that line of work now, it's mostly for bad situations.
Right.
And I've seen some continually increasingly bad situations over the last few years. This year, in fact, I got called to help with a situation after it was funny, but it was not funny. A situation wherein two people had to be terminated after they got into a all-out fisticuffs after this cycle's first presidential debate.
Oh wow.
They were for, one was for
The other, yeah.
they were each for opposing candidates. And when you first hear fisticuffs, something goes to your mind. You think, oh, probably a couple of dudes down on the warehouse or whatever, they got into it. Turned out to be the chief human resources officer and the chief marketing officer, both of
Wow.
whom were well, they still are ladies.
Oh, wow. But
Words were
both probably under a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah, exactly. And both under a lot of pressure. They got into the office that morning. Words were exchanged, and they got louder. They got more furious. Then a stapler was thrown, and then a paperweight was thrown. Then desks were smashed, and hair was pulled. Fingernails were broken. In the end, they all thought it best to go their separate ways, and no one decided to press charges one way or the other. But
wow,
come on, folks. Yeah,
wow.
Life is not worth that. It
No.
just isn't. And here
I don't want to get political on you, but I'll give you my opinion on the presidential race. I don't care, and I'll tell you why I don't care. I care who the president is to a little degree, but it's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop you. It's not going to really stop 99% of Americans from getting up and going to work and doing what they have to do. Maybe a tax law that gets passed changes our income on our paycheck a little bit, or maybe a healthcare law passed changes something a little bit. But for the majority of us, we as Americans put so much stock in what one person is going to do for our life or against our life. And the reality is, who runs my life is God, and my God. And I don't want to get too political or too religious at the same time, but I think we put too much stock into that as a society in America. Ted, you answer your question, Megamind. Megamind is actually a private mastermind group. But if you want to send me an email, eric@perfectcrust.com, I can send you some information about it. But it's a private mastermind group, and it's a lot of great people, and I can connect you on LinkedIn with some of those folks and some of the folks that are here that we've been talking about, because they're all just incredible people.
And
another Megaminder right there.
Yeah, he says, Bam is the inspirational master and our fearless leader, even though he doesn't see himself that way.
George is incredible. But George is deep state, by the way. I think he's CIA and all sorts of acronyms, maybe even SEC football. I don't even know. But George is very covert. And George probably, Pete, he probably already knows, your social security number and everything right now. It's just insane. And he is a phenomenal guy. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's fine. There's
one of the things, I've had a lot of coffee this morning, as I said. One of the things you mentioned earlier that I wanted to, there's Coach Phil. So if you need a sales coach, you need a life coach, a business coach, Coach Phil is flat out amazing. I feel like I'm just like talking about everybody, which is great. But this is part of our mastermind group called Megamind, and they're very supportive. And Coach Phil is amazing. I learn from Coach Phil every day. He does a live on Facebook. Look Phil up. He's amazing. But what I was going to say, Pete, earlier, I look great on radio. I have a face for podcasting, I think, which is great. But what I was going to say is, those people that Sunday afternoon start dreading Monday, and Monday is awful, it's the worst day of the week. I'm always kind of a little amazed by that, because you'd think those people would work so hard on Friday, because Friday should be that should be their holiday of the week, right? And then they want to cut out early on Fridays too. You can't have it both ways, can you?
I don't think so. And statistically speaking, Tuesday and Wednesday are the most productive days of a week.
Right.
That's when actually the most work gets done, most decisions are made, most agreements or contracts are signed are on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So think about that. And I actually work 7 days a week. There's not a day where there's not some facet of my life that I'm not doing something that is related to uh, what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And I look at the times in between, my down times. Those are, when I get to spend time at home, my wife and I, we was just the two of us now. We sit together, we talk an enormous amount, but it's okay if we just sit in silence too. And one of the things that, every time I look at my blocks as this is my time off, this is my day off, this is my vacation period.
Yeah.
Even when we're sitting together, we get up. Generally, we move from sitting in the living room to going into sit in the bedroom. About
Is that what you do in the bedroom, Pete?
Yeah. Well, hey, this is we are not FCC regulated, by the way. This really is not a family show, but
Yeah, but still,
I'm just not that kind of guy to kiss and tell. We go in there at 8:00, and that's just that's always, man, for years now has been that's our quiet time together. Quite often, she'll actually read, and I'm right next to her. I'm usually watching compliance videos or updating on things like that.
So exciting.
So exciting. And usually then she's actually nudging me about 10:00, going, "Hey, wake up! It's time to go to sleep. Time to go to bed." And it's it drives me nuts that people complain about having to go to work. I get it. We've all had jobs we've hated. I once upon a time had a job where my job was cleaning septic tanks.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Sounds like a really crappy job.
It was, absolutely, with no doubt about it. I got to wear a wetsuit. It was super, super hot. They lower you down in. You've got the mask and everything. You've got oxygen coming in, and you're scraping things off of walls and unclogging things. Then they lift you out. They douse you with pink stuff. Have you ever seen a plane get de-iced?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like that. It's like a pink gooey slime, and then once that's washed off of you, then you can take the headgear off and climb out of the website. I was a young fellow when I was very young when I did that, and I did that for what was well above minimum wage at the time. I got $6.45 an hour for that.
Oh, wow.
I was making bank. I was, as again, because minimum wage at that point, I think it was $2.85, maybe, something like that.
Wow. I think the earliest I remember minimum wage was, I think, $3.25. But I think, to your point, though, there are a lot of people. I live a charmed life, and you do as well. And a lot of my friends that are on here, the Megamind group that are listening, they live charmed lives. And there's another one. Bruce is a Megamind, and if you need production for a live video, live show, Bruce is the YouTube marketing strategist of your dreams. He's incredible. I love that guy. But what I was going to say is that if you're at a job that you don't like, and I get it, because I think we've all kind of been there, you know what? Strategize a plan, work your plan your work, plan your work, work your plan, and find something else that you can go do. And to sit in a job that you don't like is a choice, and change the choice. And if you put up with it and you continue to do it, it's only because you allow it to happen. So you've got to work a plan and plan to work. And if it's going to work if it's going to school in the evening, to figure out something else. If it's taking a trade course, working with your hands, doing something, whatever it is, figure it out and go chase it. I did a video last week talking about insecurities and how you should chase them down. Run to your insecurities, and they don't become insecurities anymore. And a job is the same way. If you're at a job you don't like, man, figure something else out. Don't complain about it. Just figure something else out.
Yeah, 100% do that. And I love that you say that, because people used to say, "Geez, Pete, why aren't you in radio?" Well, once upon a time, I mean, I used to do voiceover just because people heard me talk. I've done phone systems for companies all across the country, audiobooks, etc. But I never went to school for journalism or media or broadcast. I thought, well, don't have a degree in that. Nobody's going to hire me.
Right.
And of course, only people on YouTube can see that I just adjusted the cushion on my seat because I've been moving around too much. At any rate, and so I guess I needed to narrate that for the radio folks for some reason. But when I just decided to, when I'm like, man, I got time to do something here. I started out doing a podcast thing called Pete Talks Jobs. What can I do that's about something I know about?
Yep.
And that actually grew really fast, really quick, and actually generated a remarkably unique and phenomenal income stream for just about 2 years. And kind of got a little bit tired of that just about the time that right at the end of 2019, and which was a slow time because what people would do is they would pay for me to talk about their jobs.
Right.
And it dipped well below. I usually had anywhere from about 20 to 30 employers. It was a 1-hour podcast that I did weekly. And it was, it had dripped down to about 5 or 6, which it usually did on the holidays. I found over the course of the 2 years that I did. And then, of course, as we were getting ready to gear back up, we ran into 2020, and well, we've all been living that. So, yay. So, let that go. But at the same time, had the opportunity because of the relationships. And again, you talked about collecting relationships. Kent Jones is the other owner here, and he's the only last original founder of the station. And so it's just he and I who are in ownership here. And he and I got to know each other really well. He used to come to a group I had called Friday Mornings with Pete. That ran for about 5 years. Again, wrapping up at the beginning of 2020, just as all of the COVIDs and such hit, the pandemic, wherein I collected an enormous amount of people, got to know Kent through that. And and he is from banking, and they had all said, well, again, like you said, you don't like what you're doing, figure something out, do something. I had started thinking about retirement, and I know I'm not the kind of guy to just sit. Well, here, let me for those of you on YouTube, I am the type of guy who sits. I once upon a time I had a 6-pack. As I matured, I traded that in for the full keg.
Yeah, you've upgraded there.
I upgraded, and but here's the thing: is I wanted to find something that I could do as long as I could possibly do it, and I can talk.
Yeah.
And this is just such a friggin' blast. I get to meet people like you. We've built it. The station is now just a little over 3 years old. When I joined Kent last year, we had less than 100,000 listeners. And since September last year, coming around to now, we've really hit this hard because it was originally built with a "if you build it, they will come" mentality. While it makes wonderful movies, it's a shit business model. And if you build it, you will sit in it, and you'll wonder why no one else is there.
You know what the funny thing about you saying that is, so most of these people over here that are commenting, we're all in a Facebook messenger group together. There's 22 of us, and I literally just posted Sunday, I think, "if you build it, they will come," which was just something that was on my mind, and it spurred a whole lot of comments back and forth about that. So it looks like you and Bruce know each other, I guess.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Bruce Himmelblau. I know Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce is a great guy.
Yeah, Bruce is cool. He's an awesome dude. I met Bruce at the Freedom Networking group, I think, that I don't know if it still exists again because of COVID. But
I don't know if you've seen Bruce lately, but he has amazing hair. His hair is, I've seen him do some live videos, and it just, I mean, it just flows in the wind. It's just incredible. He's a very handsome man.
Yeah.
Ted, we got a comment there from Ted. What did Ted say?
What does Ted say? He says, I totally believe in figuring something out philosophy. I have always been able to do that when my current job ran its course. And yeah, think about what you're doing, what you want to do, what you love. We are actually at the bottom of the hour, which means I have to play a few things. If you want to hang out a bit more, I know this is technically a music show, not a talk show. If you want to hang in there, you're more than welcome. But I do need to share a few words from our absolutely amazing, wonderful sponsors for Uncle Pete in the morning here on 216.
Well, I actually have to get on another call, so I'm gonna let you go.
Welcome to Gold Shield Services, your Algonquin and Northern Illinois.
All right,
heating,
I'll let you go.
AC,
Take
and
care.
Electrical
Thanks.
company.
brother.
Family
All right,
owned
take
and
care.
operated, built on trust and integrity. Your search for a reliable heating, AC, and electrical company in Algonquin and Northern Illinois is over. Call Gold Shield Services at 847-865-HVAC. 847-865-HVAC, and let us wow you with our service. GoldShieldToday.com.
Again, that's goldshieldtoday.com. And a boom there. And of course, if you're looking for a home or you want to buy,
Bremer Team, Keller Williams, North Shore West, serving northeastern Illinois in McHenry, Lake, and Cook counties, and southeastern Wisconsin. We help by providing our clients award-winning support with our free personal concierge service for all your real estate needs. BremerTeam.com. That's BremerTeam.com. 847-456-6334. Again, 847-456-6334. Bremer Team, Keller Williams, North Shore West. We bring families home.
absolutely, they bring families home. And here's the interesting thing. Dawn Bremer is the leader of the Bremer Team, Keller Williams, North Shore West. She's also one of the co-hosts of Your Home with Bremer and Jones. Dawn is down in Florida this week. She will not be on this evening's show. Your Home with Bremer and Jones airs every 6 p.m. on 216, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 216 The Net. You can catch it live streaming on the Facebook page or right here on our YouTube page. And actually, Dawn will not be here. She has given her friends permission to search for a date for her. So if you would like to win a date with Dawn, tune in to Your Home with Bremer and Jones this evening at 6 p.m. Central on 216 The Net, 216thenet.com, 216 The Net's YouTube channel. Right here it'll be streaming, and 216 The Net's Facebook page where it'll be streaming as well. Kellen, I used to live in Carpentersville. Well, hey, yeah, that's just right down the road. We're straight up 31. We stream high atop the William Tunyon and Sons General Contractors building on the south side of McHenry, Illinois, is where we're sitting. And it's awesome that all of you tuned in today here on the YouTube channel. Be sure to please like, subscribe, ring that bell, share. With the more subscribers, the better. We're doing more and more with the YouTube channel. Bruce, may be of interest to you. We've not actually done anything with the YouTube channel in the more than a year that we've had it. We just used it as video storage because it's free storage and video consumes a lot of space. And then we thought, after a lot of people said, well, why aren't you doing anything with that? Well, because we didn't know what we were doing as far as YouTube went. Then we dug into it and discovered YouTube plays much, much nicer than Facebook with video, live streaming especially. YouTube understands the concept of being ASCAP licensed a little bit better than Facebook. And it lets us do stuff like this. We're going to go ahead and push this button. This is, again, anything you want to hear. This is all requests. And right now we've had a ton of stuff coming from the Asian continent and Japan. And hey, it's cool. I've never heard this stuff before, but this is Toshinobu. I hope I'm saying that in something of a correct fashion. Toshinobu Kubota. Toshinobu Kubota. I used to have a Kubota tractor. I wonder if that's the same kind of thing. Anyway, Boogie Ride is actually the name of this song. So here you go. What do we get when we click this button here for Toshinobu and Boogie Ride?
Too late, they go a boogie ride.扉の向こうに行こう。Come on, join us. 嘘じゃない。知らない眺め。分け合いに行くよ。無重力な心だから何かに出会えそう星の裏側目覚めたの子に届けこのグッドフィーリング無情の世の中を柔らかく生きるのさ流れる調べUniversal language 武器で弾ませて、未来の中コンクリートジャングルちょっとだけ Goodbye ここへ Join us Boogie Ride くぐり抜けてこ Rainbow Come on join us 君次第入れちゃう眺め分け合いに行くよ楽しむんじゃない面白がりゃいいもしものコーナーみたいに僕らのリズム彼方のリズム絡ませて Happy Groove無情の世の中で上を向いて歌うのさ風上へと走るブギーライこのことを乗せて、雨粒と太陽の愛が遊ぶそのステージへ連れてこうかブギーライ扉の向こうに行こう Come on join us Boogie Ride 知らない眺め分け合いに行くよ探しに行こうここへ Join us Boogie Ride くぐり抜けてこ Rainbow Come on join us 君次第呆れちゃう眺め分け合いに行くよBoogie Ride Anywhere Anytime Boogie Ride Boogie Ride
Well, that was not what I expected for something that falls under the Japanese R&B soul. Now we got more J-pop, and this is Exile Atsushi Ayano Tameni.
言葉だけじゃ伝えきれない
For those of you who have been curious as to why we've had so many foreign tunes, Remember, we do enjoy 1.9 million listeners on 216thenet, 216thenet.com, real life internet radio. And our antenna is the internet. We are the world over, the globe over. And while, to be fair, out of that 1.9 million, 1.5 million are right here in the Chicagoland, Milwaukee area, because that's where we originated, to where we had the biggest focus. The rest, the nearly 400 plus thousand, the rest of those come from all over the world. And we add, it seems like, new countries every day through IP addresses that pop in. And because recently we had Germany listening to Uncle Pete in the morning, we had Chile listening, we had we've had Japan listening for some time. Singapore, we've got a huge following in Singapore. I have no idea how that happened, but it's really very amazing and cool to get to reach out and be heard and interact with people all over the world. It's really kind of cool, and means I get to have the what I love about music most, which is the experience of hearing something for the first time. I'm actually not that big of a music guy. It's not a passion, but I love the experience of hearing something for the first time and deciding whether or not I like it. Something about that decision process, something about that pouring in of sound and deciding how that impacts me and how that sound makes me feel. And that's what I like. That's what I enjoy. Now, so that you can still enjoy, whoever asked for this, Exile Atasushi, you got a little more than 2 minutes left of your song. Here you go.
For love, for child, for me, for you. 言葉だけじゃ伝えきれない全ての想いを今ここに空高く強く輝よ何かが動き出した言葉だけじゃ伝えきれないその想いをそんなにつなぎだなこんなにも大きな輪になって幸せの中に君がいたよ言葉だけじゃ伝えきれないその想いをそんなにつなぎだなこんなにも大きな愛になって包まれて僕がいたよ君との思い出離さない二度とないこの瞬間忘れない君との思い出離さない二度とないこの瞬間忘れない
Well, there you go. Mitakandala Bana Shendai. Words to hear. That was fantastic. I can't read this at all because it's all in, I think, Japanese. So here you go. This. We present to you this. Sounds French.
あなたを待てば雨が降る濡れてこぬかと気にかかるああビルのほとりのフィルム 雨も愛し歌ってる甘いブルースあなたと私の合言葉有楽町で会いましょう
Sounds very French noir. Yet Japanese.
心にしみる雨の歌駅のホームも濡れたろああ小窓に煙るデパートよ今日のシネマロードショー交わすささやきあなたと私の合言葉有楽町で会いましょう
会いましょう
悲しい酔いは悲しいよに燃える優しい街明かりああ命をかけた恋の花咲いておくれいつまでもいつまでもあなたと私の合言葉有楽町で会いましょう
会いましょう Well, there you go. That was interesting. That sounded very like French, Italian-esque, French noir, kind of that old French lounge, smoky, but it was all Japanese. And we got, I think, next coming up is Mina Aoe, oh boy, Isizaki Blues. So it sounds like we got some Japanese blues coming up here. And I suppose anybody, anywhere they are, can sing the blues, let those wail out. Now, we did a little something different this morning on Uncle Pete in the Morning. We had Bam in, and hopefully you guys really enjoyed hearing from and talking with Bam. Super positive guy. A lot of his friends from a mastermind group that they have popped in and really gave him a lot of support. And we just talked. That was not planned in any way, shape, or form. I ran into one of Bam's videos on LinkedIn last week, Tuesday. Shot him a note. Thought, that was pretty cool. That was funny. I actually even played it blind. What I did was I played it blind on the air just for something different to do. Turned out to be good. It made me laugh. Then watched another, connected with him on LinkedIn. Then we actually talked because, phones. And then we texted a bit, and he had actually sent me a text that said, "Hey, how about we do a weekly segment?" After we had a fairly long conversation last week. I think it was last week, Wednesday, Thursday. That's one of the days last week, as it would be. And then he's like, "Hey," he sent me a text that got buried in my text. I just saw it early this morning as I was, scrolling through text messages that I needed to respond to, and said, "Hey, how about we do a weekly segment?" And I haven't really thought of that, and we might do something of the sort. We'll see how it goes. But I just shot him a text and said, "Hey, if you want to do something this morning, I'll send you a link. You can click in." And lo and behold, he did. And that's what happened. There was no script. There was no nothing. It was just, "Hey, how you doing?" and this. So we had good times. Good times were had. I think good times by all. Maybe we'll do something along those lines a little bit more on Uncle Pete in the morning, just for funs. And maybe anybody who wants to pop in on Uncle Pete in the morning. You saw how easy it is. I send you a guest link. You follow it. And if you're interested, shoot me a note, 216thenet@gmail.com. Or go to the website, 216thenet.com, fill out the contact form and say, hey, Uncle Pete, I want to pop in your show. And we can. And it just talk. We'll see what happens. But before we end this morning, because it's already 8:51, we've got only 9 minutes left of the morning. Let's get to Mina Aoe, shall we? Here you go.
あなた知ってる港横浜街の並木に潮風吹けば放ちる夜を惜しむように伊勢崎あたりに明かりが灯る遠いと情けなドゥルビジュビルビジュビジュバ日が灯るあたし初めて港横浜雨がそぼ降り汽笛が鳴れば言葉の別れ惜しむように伊勢崎あたりに明かりが灯る夢を振りまくジュルビジュビルビジュビルバ日が灯るあなたなじみの港横浜人に隠れてあの子が泣いた涙が花になる時に伊勢崎あたりに明かりが灯る遠いのムードのジュルビジュビルビジュビルバ日が灯る
Apparently, a dooba-dooba-doo-ah works in any language. There you go. That's freaking awesome. This, I can't read because it's, I think this is Japanese. So here's more of this.
愛しちゃったのよ愛しちゃったのよあなただけを死ぬほどに
愛しちゃったのよ愛しちゃったのよ寝ても覚めてもただあなただけ
生きているのが なくなるような長い夜、こんな気持ちは誰もわかっちゃくれない。愛しちゃったのよ、ランランランラン。
愛しちゃったのよ、
ランランランラン。あなただけを命をかけて。
いつからこんなに
ランランランラン。
いつからこんなに
ランランランラン。
あなたを好きになったのか。
どうしてこんなにランランランラン。どうしてこんなにランランランラン。あなたのために苦しいのかしら。もしもあなたがいなくなったらどうしよう。私一人じゃとても生きちゃゆけない。愛しちゃったのよ、ランランランラン。
愛しちゃったのよ、
ランランランラン。あなただけを命をかけて。
命をかけて。
命をかけて。
Inochi Eko Kakene. More words for you. There you go. Uncle Pete in the morning, Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. here on 21.6 The Net. Fridays from 6 to 7 with Mary Catherine's Power Hour playlist for all you super hard metalheads, metal fans out there. Remember, today at noon, you've got Not Done Yet, and then at 6 p.m., a very special episode of Your Home with Bremer and Jones. Win a date with Dawn. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central. We'll see y'all then, folks. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And special thanks to Bam for popping in. Uncle Pete does not mind the pop-in.
നീ കണ്ണോട് കണ്ണോട് കണ്ണോരമായി കാതോട് കാതോട് കാതോരമായി നെഞ്ചോട് നെഞ്ചോട് നെഞ്ചോരമായി നിലയെ നീ തോരാതെ തോരാതെ തീരാതെയായി മായാതെ മായാതെ മായാതെയായി എന്നാളും എന്നാളും എന്നാളമായി പടരെ ഉയിരേ ഉയിരിൻ ഉയരെ മൂടും തീയാണ് നീതിയാണ് കാതൽ കനലായി അകമേ നീവും നോവാണ് നീ നോവാണ് ഇനിയൻ നിഴലായി വാഴ്വിൻ നദിയായി ഞാനൻ അരികെ നിന്നെ തിരയേ നീ കണ്ണോട് കണ്ണോട് കണ്ണോരമായി കാതോട് കാതോട് കാതോരമായി നെഞ്ചോട് നെഞ്ചോട്